You see all these protests going on in the Middle East, and they were happening in Europe, they're happening in Argentina, they're happening in Venezuela, all over the past year. You see them shifting around from place to place. And what about the United States? You see right now there's a somewhat isolated instance in the state of Wisconsin. And this is basically the issue of the budget and how the union is being treated. It's classic union busting. This is very dangerous because in the United States, it's all about work, it's about business, it's about money. And people are not going to come out and protest gay marriage or the next movie about Jesus Christ as much as they were going to come out and protest when their paycheck gets affected. Little by little, it's coming to the United States. This is the scenario. I'm just asking the question. I'm not taking any side, I'm not against anybody, and I'm not siding with anybody per se. Okay? There's not a political party or a cultural lifestyle that I'm loyal to. There is no political leader that I'm going to join with. I'm just saying, in general, let's ask the question, what if it totally comes to the United States of America? What if the stability is undermined? They are saying that this will be something that can foretell the martial law being enacted, the total police state, the curfews, the control of the gas stations, the control of the supermarkets, and first and foremost, really, the control of the banks. There will be no run on the money because it'll happen so quickly within a 24-hour period that no one's going to be able to go to the bank and take out their savings. Besides of which, the money's not going to be worth it anyhow after that point. Is this just the worst case scenario, something that's not likely to happen? Is purely hypothetical? Or are these questions worth asking by those who are sane and capable of facing reality? We know it's the realm of the conspiracy theorists, left-wing nuts, and all of those derogatory terms. We know that all these people are dabbling in it, or even totally obsessed day and night with this type of thinking. I'm not. In fact, you know what I'm really into? I'm into communicating with people on a mature level, an intellectual level, and the so-called spiritual seeking, the seeking of truth. So we can all support each other in getting to know the self and finding the meaning of life. I'm not into obsessing with nightmarish apocalyptic things, but it's on the table right now. There's no escaping it. Even if you don't look at the internet, you don't look at the TV, you don't read the papers, sooner or later somebody's going to come across you and start talking about it. So what's the best approach? Ask the questions and say, you know, it looks like it's going to happen. What will I do if A, B, and C take place? Evasive action. Like I said, I'm not taking any side. I'm not against any one part of the society, any faction. It doesn't matter to me. People are people. But when the mess takes place, there will be subsections of society, such as the military, who are under orders. They're going to function according to that until they defect en masse. Because it's only a short amount of time where they can be controlled under certain orders, and then the orders are not going to make any sense. The people in Bahrain are being fired upon by their own military and police, quasi-military. The people in Libya, the people in Egypt, the people in Iran. What about the people in Israel? What about the people in Greece? What about the people in Spain, Portugal, Germany, Poland, Ireland, England, Italy? What about all the people? What about China and Shanghai, where they attempted to do something, where they're going to try again? That's not the last of it. What about the people in Moscow? What about the people in Australia, after all these natural disasters, and they're worn thin by this? They're not going to withstand anything if their government isn't completely at one with the people. And look at all this, the countries in South America, Latin America, the island republics, the Caribbean. What about Mexico, right on the southern border of the United States? What happens with that? That starts to fall apart. It's already having a lot of trouble remaining stable. A large portion of their population is into the so-called illegal drug trade. Well, that's what they do for a living. What do you expect when you take away everybody's land and they can't live off the food that they've been growing for dozens and dozens of centuries? They have to do something. You want the dollar, the peso, or whatever the currency is to control the people? You want that to be the organizing factor? Well, if they can't get it, they're going to do anything they can imagine to get it. They're going to sell their soul and move cocaine from Colombia or wherever else it is to get it into the United States. That's their market. If people would stop doing drugs, there would be no market. There would be nothing going on in the United States, in Mexico. But the fact is, nobody's going to change their habits in the United States until the United States falls. So all these things are interconnected, and whatever you see in the Middle East is just bound to come around. I think it's inevitable. I'm not against the military, I'm not against the leaders, I'm not against the stock market, but the fact is, I am against anybody who is not working toward unity, where the people are together. The people understand that people are people. The more you get exclusive, the more you get specialized, the more you think you're something different than the rest of the humans, the more likelihood there is for a problem to come up. No, I don't believe in reptilians, and I don't believe that the aliens and the UFOs are coming down to enslave us or to save us. I don't think any of that. I think it's just people versus people. It's coming. I don't know when. But at that point, when it really hits, you're not going to be able to watch my videos. So watch it now and try to understand. Try to understand all the questions. All the things that are going on all these YouTube channels. And people are trying to warn you and trying to help you get your head straight for what's about to happen.